Welcome back to a new video. If I start to sound a little nasally as the commentary goes on, I am going through a bit of a cold. I don't think it will really impact much of training because the day where the cold started, it's Sunday, which on my little plan prep thing is the second of 2 light days of the week. And I've adapted a little bit, so I might have some front squats, but anywho, that's off topic for this video. So these 2 workouts that you'll see are the last 2 before I started the prep. When I started the prep, I started with the no foot snatches, so when you see those in the next video, that is the first workout of the prep. But it's kind of motivated me both of these days where snatches didn't go well, and I just didn't really have a ton of energy for clean and jerks after. In this first workout, after going up and missing a 121 snatch twice, I did some push presses, and those didn't go well. And that's something I've done many times in the past, actually, with snatching. If I do like a heavy snatch clean jerk day, if snatches don't really feel that great, then I'll just change the clean jerks to power clean and push press, just because that's a pretty easy modification, and I don't really want to go to a super maximal clean or a clean that feels super heavy when I'm feeling a bit tired. And like that first snatch there, I definitely just overpulled it, and then that one I just didn't have enough confidence to go under. But like I said, just wasn't feeling very good on this day, and still wanted to push up through these weights. And it kind of makes sense. My training throughout the week was heavy, so it makes sense that there is some sort of consequence for those. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to kind of make a more strict plan as I move into these last 5 weeks, which actually after I make this video, because I'm waiting for my roommate to finish training, and I figured while I was waiting I would make a video. But I'm also going to look at the USAW memberships to see if I can get that all squared away, so I had that set up for next month. So I'm pretty much sure that I'm going to do the competition. The only thing that would prevent me now is some sort of act of God if I get like terribly ill or something. So I'm going to sign up for it probably today, which this is November 8th, so I should be 30 days, less than 30 days, so it shouldn't impact the memberships. But as you saw, my shirt changed was the next day, where I decided to just go heavy again on snatches, which is honestly a strategy I use with strength lifts as well as weightlifting movements. If you're having a day where you don't really feel great and it's like I wanted to go heavy this day, it's best just to modify that day and do a little bit less, and then potentially you can come back the next day and push a little bit better. I definitely felt a lot better on this day, but as I got to this 112, 247, and then I went up to that same 121, I was able to hit it, not very easily, not very prettily, if that's even a word. You can see there, looked very difficult. I then went up to 126 and clarked. I believe I just clarked this weight. Did not look, or I remember it not being, just too slow on that day. Not a bad attempt on this one. I fully clarked it. Last one was like a true attempt where I just moved too slow, and that one I just didn't have enough speed to be confident to try to go under. Then went on to some clean and jerks, and because I knew I wasn't going to do any sort of super heavy clean jerks, I just went up to 140, and it felt decent. I just had the knee wraps and no belt on, so it definitely would have been helped if I had sleeves and a belt on a little bit, but I didn't really think I had much more there. Sorry if you heard that vibrating. I got a random notification. I love the notifications from apps when they're not important. They're just like a random thing from the app. We have a thing at school called Class Dojo, so I got a random notification from that is not like a message or anything. It's just like, look at this feature. So those are always fun. But anywho, at 125, as you see, I didn't look too thrilled about it because I didn't feel that great. But I still went up to 140, and this one I just tried harder and felt a little bit better. But yeah, it was kind of after this workout, where I was like, all right, I need to kind of dial it in, because it's hard to really say it's like, oh, this workout went bad, like, oh, these last 2 days of training were not good. It's just like all the fatigue from the week went into this workout, so there's obviously a consequence to doing heavy lifts throughout the week. But when planning it out, how I want my prep to look, or how I want the weeks of the first couple weeks of the prep to look, because the last 2 will be a little bit different, I just want to be a little bit more focused on what I'm trying to work on in each day and the weights I'm trying to hit, and then have an intentional day that's a bit lighter. Because I've talked about this in previous videos, and I think I even had a community post about it. I didn't have like a strict split that I was sticking to. So I might have a a Saturday that I go heavier, or a Sunday that I go heavier, a Monday that is like the heavy day. It just kind of depends on how I felt and how the other days of the workouts went that week. So it's not necessarily a bad way to train, but when you want to be prepared for a certain day or a certain time period, you do kind of want to have more of a consistent regimen. And what's nice with having the plan that I have is with the 2 light days. If, for instance, like Friday, I just felt really tired and I just didn't train, it's not going to be a huge detriment to the other days of week of training, because I have the important days and I have days like the 2 days I mentioned that are like more recovery, or if I feel good, like a bonus day of a workout. But if they don't go well, it kind of makes sense, because like for instance, yesterday I did the heavy day of the week, so today kind of makes sense that if I don't feel great, I have this lighter session to kind of just get through. But anywho, hopefully the cold isn't too bad, and I'll probably have to take a towel or something out there, because I have a feeling that as soon as I start to lift, my sinuses are going to drain, which is usually something that happens when you ingest a lot of caffeine and then start to work out. At least it does for me. I may be taking a sick day at work. I guess it kind of depends how I feel later tonight. I'm definitely kind of like in between, but I don't know. I feel like if I asked, if I like told my mom or something, because she's a nurse, and she'd be like, yeah, definitely just take a sick day or something. But I don't know. We'll figure that out. But there's enough blank space at the end. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I'll talk to you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.